Happy Tuesday! Thank you for joining me here tonight. We are continuing to embroider the April showers embroidery tonight. All the little spring icons. And I'm going to just do one more of those icons, stitching those, and then we'll be sewing it into a little greeting card. So that is the plan for this evening. And I'm hoping to make some more of these greeting cards later in the week. So thanks for joining me here. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginning crafters. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time that we can relax and craft together here in the evening. All right, let's get going on that April showers block. For that April showers embroidery here. All right, so this is where we left off last night. So I decided to just do this little grouping of 4 and then cut those out of my actual piece here. So I'll probably be cutting really close to like these other designs and stuff, but I think that's okay. We're gonna just play around with this. I'm going to take those 4 and sew them as a group onto a card. I brought some cards home here that we can play around with. So I think that'll be what we do tonight, and then maybe we can pick out another design to stitch and make another card out of. I think that'd be kind of fun. I kind of like the sun. I know we already did the sun once, but I kind of want to do it again. We'll see. Or maybe the watering can or something. But for right now, let's do the this little sprout. So let's get down in here. All right. Hopefully I didn't make you too seasick there. Okay. So, all right, so this is where we left off, and this little sprout is tonight. So I have the instructions. I have the printout of the instructions here. The bundle comes with the digital pattern, so you can print that out, or we do actually have that separate printed add-on if you want that. All right, I think I'm going to start with the green stem and those 2 little single chain stitches there, and I am pulling from my floss from last night. We already cut a piece, and I'm taking 1 strand out at a time and folding it in half. We are doing that loop method of starting, and this isn't a very big piece, but that's because I don't have very much to do. I just have like this little blip. So we'll have more than enough, I think. Yes, Gretchen, I think I'm going to put all 4 of these designs onto 1 card. Just for fun, just to see what it will look like with like 4 designs. I think that'd be cute. They're all very kind of garden related. But yes, then I'm going to actually trace some designs, or maybe I'll stitch some here, but I'll put that on 1 card. So the difference between these ones that we already have done, these are actually traced onto like a scrap piece of fabric, and then cut out really big around. So with these, the designs are maybe a little too close. You might be able to see them come up on these other little bits here. So I actually, for these ones with the big border around it, I actually did cut those, or I had those on a separate piece. But we're going to try doing it like within the piece. So you could actually cut out just 1. You just won't have as big of a border here. Unless you you could have done like maybe a felt piece like this and then sewed the other pieces on. That could give it a bigger border maybe. But yeah, I'm just going to I'm going to try doing these 4 together, and then we'll do some individual ones too. We'll see what we can get out of this pre-printed piece. But if I want that big border, I'm going to use the pattern and trace it onto like a little scrap fabric. All right, so I'm doing that loop method. So I kind of made my first stitch, and I am, before I pull all the way through, I'm going to put my needle through that loop, and that will hold that in place. Okay, and this is going to go quick. I just have maybe 3 stitches here. to little single chain stitches or lazy daisy stitches. Oh, Amy says I'm addicted to the loop method. I'm using it. Oh, with cross stitch. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, oh, Marie says she's addicted too. Yeah, I'm totally addicted now. So I'm doing a lot more designs with just the 2 strands versus the 3. I'm doing a lot more stitching like that. I still like using the 3 strands though, because I like how thick the stitches are. I suppose I could use the loop method if I did 4 strands. So you need that even amount of floss so you can fold it in half. But yeah, it is fun. It's so easy and clean and pretty. Alright, there we go. Little sprout, little leaves on the top of him. That's kind of sweet. Alright, let's weave in those ends. I'm kind of close to the hoop here, so that's the one thing with if you're using a small hoop and you're close to the edge, it's a little hard to weave in the ends because the needle just keeps hitting the side here. Okay, I got my Marie's little needle minder here too that I'm plopping the needle on when I'm not using it. Okay, so let's do, I think I'm going to do the orange little seed, and then we'll do the little roots with the French knot, like little dirt pieces last. Just because I like doing the French knots last. Alright, I kind of made a mess of my floss over here, but alright, I have a piece here. This is a lot more than what I need, but that's fine. Alright. Double that up. There, the 2 ends are here, and the loop over here. Oh, what does the pinking shears square on the cards measure? Ooh, let me measure it. So I did that by eye. So Gretchen's asking how big this square is. Let's just grab, I got a ruler near me. Big ruler, but it works. So like I said, I did it by eye. Wow, and it's like just about exactly 2 inches. So this one's actually a little bit wider, but let's just call it a 2-inch square. Yep, that one's about 2 inches as well. So about a 2-inch square is what it is if you want it like the same proportion as what I have it on these cards here. So I do have those cards in the shop still. I think we have probably enough for this project yet. I had to grab a set of them today. I thought I had another one here, but I remember I messed one up when I did these samples, and I'll show you what I messed up. Well, I'll tell you because I don't think I have it near me, but so you don't make the same mistake that I did. Oh, thanks, Gretchen. Gretchen's liking the cards. Yeah, they're so quick. Like, I mean, we did all 3 of these last night, and I'm going to do this little guy in a, I don't know, 20 minutes tops. And I'm like chilling and doing it. So I think you could have one of these cards done in a half hour probably if you really, really needed it within a half hour. But yeah, quick, easy projects. And you could do it with bigger designs too, I think, but it just, these little itty bitty designs work really well for them. Oh, Gretchen says she's going to make a bunch of them and use them as teacher gifts. Oh, that's a sweet idea. Ooh, Amy on YouTube is doing some hand applique on wool. Ooh, pretty. Do I have any of the individual herb sets left? Marion's asking. So the iron-on ones. Oh, I don't have any of those near me. I'll show you guys those tomorrow night. Those new iron-on ones, we do have some of those left. I just made some more, so let me check. Like, if you don't see them online, then maybe our first batch of them sold out. I'll have to check, but we should. I made a few more today, so we should have some more. Oh yeah, so yesterday I couldn't see the comments. Oh, okay. So just got the dates messed up. Yeah, because I couldn't see the comments yesterday. And I realized they were still there, just in a totally different spot. Oh, the new iron-ons that we have, you can stitch them onto the aprons. I'm actually going to stitch at least one. I'd like to stitch a couple onto the new aprons, which we only have like 3 left of those, I think. So I'm going to have to order more aprons. Those aprons are so nice, though. If you guys manage to get an apron, they're going out, and I think you'll really like them. So you can use the iron-ons on whatever you want. It's a new iron-on, like an iron-on only thing, that we have, these cute little herbs, and I'm gonna use them on an apron. So that's what I'll be using them for. But you can use them on like fabric like this or whatever you like. Oop, that is not a piece. Let's move that out of the way. All right. I have a little bit of this brown, this teddy bear color. Oh, you love the green one, Gretchen. That's the one that I kept a green one for myself, and that's the green one is what I'll be stitching. Some of those iron-on ones. The iron-ons will go on really easily to just like your muslin fabric like this with the aprons, and we can go over this too. We'll maybe stitch one of those aprons later, maybe next week or something. All right, I'm going to do the loop method, and we'll get these little roots and the French knots now. But yeah, so we'll stitch on the apron. But when you do the iron-on the apron is a little heftier and a little bit more textured. So when you do the iron-on, you just put it on for like 5 seconds. But before just like lifting it up, make sure to just check to see if you can see it all right. And you should be good. But if you're having a little trouble, then just like gently put it down without, don't shimmy it around, and then just stay on for another 5 seconds, but you should probably be good with just the 5. But because it is a colored and textured fabric, the aprons, it's not going to show up quite as easily as just a flat, plain fabric like this, but it'll still be totally fine. Ooh, Marion's gonna make some napkins with her herb iron-ons. I love that idea. We might have to do some napkins here. How sweet would those be? Like, I just think that'd be really pretty at like a garden wedding or something. Napkins with little embroidered bits on. Ugh, how sweet. You'd have to like... Only people who won't throw those away at a wedding. Those are the people. Maybe a wedding gift. How about that? That'd be maybe a little too scary to have them actually at a wedding. Maybe just at the bride and groom's table. couples table. We just had a couples table for our wedding. It was just John and me. The wedding party had their own table, but we had a little table for two in the middle of everyone, and I thought that was a nice idea. I like that. So these little French knots are supposed to be like little grains of dirt, or like this little seeds buried in the dirt. We're kind of seeing the cross section of it. All right, one last one. I'm upside down just because it's more comfortable for my hand to hold it, because I'm just closer to this edge than when I was holding it way over here. Again, if I had a stand, then I wouldn't probably be moving around as much. But I like how quick and easy this is. Ugh, okay, that turned out a little sweeter than I thought it was going to. Cute! All right, so I'm going to weave in this end, and then, you know what, I think I'm going to turn on the iron. Maybe we'll give this a little press. It probably doesn't really need it here, but just to make sure, like, the edges are okay. All right. I suppose we'll actually measure this. I just eyeballed it, but we could actually, for real, measure this when we cut it. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to sew this on to the machine, or onto a card. So I thought I'd maybe just try and get rid of this ridge a little bit here. But yeah, what I'd like to do is, so again, it's a little different than what I did here. These were traced onto a blank piece of fabric and then cut out. That gave me a lot of border here. So with this printout, you know, you can just stitch the design like this. I think this would actually be like cut out and look really awesome on a card just by itself, which I kind of want to do, but you know, just for the sake of experimenting, I'm going to just do some littler ones during the week here. So I'm going to cut this out, but I'm going to be much closer to the designs just because, you know, we have these other fellers kind of in the way here. So I'm considering eyeballing it again, but maybe I'll not eyeball it and I'll use a ruler. How about that? All right, I'm gonna get a little taller for you, so close your eyes. All right, we'll go right about here, I think. Scooch all of these guys out of the way. Okay, let's start by just giving this a little press. I don't think it really needs it, but I'm just going to flip it upside down and just kind of casually try and get rid of those hoop marks, and that worked super well. That went away right away. All right, good. Let's get the cutting mat out. And I do have some little itty-bitty rulers. And actually, you know what? Let's use my little itty-bitty cutting mat, too. It's more fun to use as well. Okay. So I do actually have like a little 2.5-inch, 2.5-inch ruler here, which might work out just perfectly. So let's see. I think, you know, you could cut it just out like this, but you could also pinking shears it. I might pinking shears it just because I do think that's a cute little edge. So what I'm going to do just with this ruler here is I'm going to try and kind of center my designs a little bit. They're a little hard to see through here. Okay, we're about 1/4 inch from the edge. Let's get it kind of centered on horizontally too. Okay, I think that's about centered. And I'm not, you know, I can see a little bit of the umbrella bit up there, but not too bad. I don't think you'll see it ultimately. I'm just going to mark the corners. I think that'll be enough for me to figure this out. All right, so right now we got those kind of centered in those corners. I am gonna grab my pinking shears. So I have that right here, and what a pinking shears is a scissors that makes these pinking shapes. So that's just the little zigzag, and what it's really used for is to help decrease fraying. So you'll have the zigzag. The most this can fray really is just the little tips of these things. So it kind of slows down fraying a little bit ultimately, but I'm using it just because it's pretty. Alright, so I'm going to cut from one blue line to the next blue line, and we'll just see how that goes. So I'm going to cut right into here. So feel free to use a rotary cutter. I'm just going to wing it here, but I at least drew on it this time. That was more than what I did last time. I think maybe laying this down here will be helpful. So I guess I'm going to kind of keep the pointy bits to the inside of my line here. I'm trying to cut in the same spot. There we go. Here's the next blue line here. So I'm not going to worry about cutting into other shapes like that umbrella, because I'm not going to use those in this design. I'm just worried about this little guy here. And if you are, like I said, so this is 2 inches if you're just going to do like one guy in the middle, and this is a 2-inch square. I left a lot of space, like a 1/4 of an inch in between the design for my stitching and another 1/4 inch for the cutting. So I did leave like a good 1/2 inch around all this. I'm not going to get that on here, just again because the designs are pretty tight, close to each other. Trying to cut in the same triangle as the one before. There we go. So my stitching is going to be a little closer to the edge here, which is fine. This is all supposed to be cute and hand done, and ooh, that was maybe a little angled. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's not too shabby. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I think I could maybe get a little tight down here. I might balance that out on the top, although this is probably a bad idea going into it again. Yeah, I think it's a bad idea. I'm going to just leave it like this. I'd have to cut like the full width of like a zigzag, otherwise my pinking bits are going to be weird up here. Yep, I'm going to leave it. Okay, so next up, I'm going to grab my cards. So the cards come in a set of 2. They have envelopes as well, so I just grabbed a set here. Okay. So here we are. I am going to actually glue this down first before sewing it. So I just have my little kind of glue stick. Just any like Elmer's glue stick, like a school glue stick will be fine. Let's just test it to see where it looks good first. I like looking at it when it's closed. Let's look at it just with the background here. Oh, that's really sweet. It'd be fun to put like a little heart in the middle or something too, but I think it's nice just like that. You could center it completely, but I kind of like it just raised a little bit higher. It looks kind of more like I don't know, like it's framed, like a gallery frame a little bit, having it a little higher. Okay, so I think I want it about right there. So you could mark that. I'm just going to try and remember. So I'm going to just glue the back of this. And I am going to get like all the way to the edges and stuff too. This will dry clear. And we really only need it to stay on long enough to hold itself, or till we like sew it. But I do actually not mind like getting all of it with glue too. So so I might actually just kind of go around, get the whole little area with glue. All right, let's do that. Oh, I love that idea. Oh, let me just scroll up for that. Oh yeah, Christy. Christy says I could do a little tie in the middle, like a little tied quilt. Okay, I kind of love that idea. So we could do that when we're done here. I think I'm going to do that for sure. All right, so I'm just kind of placing it again. Getting it in all those glued spots. All right, so that's basically what our card will look like, but now we need to like permanently secure that, and we'll do that by stitching. And I'm just going to tell you, here's where I made my mistake. So don't do this. I just started sewing it on, and I didn't realize that I didn't open the card first. So right now, before you get to the sewing machine, open up the card. You do not want to sew your card shut. That's annoying. And you can't like just seam rip it out because you'll have like holes in the back. So don't do that. All right. I'm going to scooch some stuff out of the way. Man, we're getting busy over here already. Messy. But let's go to the sewing machine. Okay, so my sewing machine is at all its normal settings. We are just going to, I think I'm going to even back tack it. So I'm starting in like the lower corner here. And I'm just going real close to the edge here. Like I said, with this one, I did more of like a 1/4 inch in, but I have a less of an edge here. So I'm just kind of going 1/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to kind of use this zigzag as a guide. I'll go like, halfway in that point there. It doesn't really, there's no like hard rule or anything. So, all right, we're going to stitch right through this. Again, leave your, open your card. All right, I'm going to do a little reverse stitch to tack that in place. All right. So now this isn't going to grip as easily as fabric, so I'm just going to hold on to it, and if it needs help, I'm there to kind of shimmy it along, although my machine is really just grabbing it really nicely. All right, so I'm going to go about, till I'm about 1/8 of an inch there, and I'm going to turn it. So I have the needle down now. I'm going to just lift it up and turn. And now, I got this big piece here. It doesn't fit all that well in my machine, but it won't be long that it's there. All right, let's go down this side. It's just a little slipperier than fabric. All right, needle down. And this sews like nothing through this paper. It's actually working really nicely. If your glue is starting to come up, just grab your stiletto or a pin or something and just kind of hold it in place. If it's really coming up, you can re-glue it. Just put a little dab of glue in there. All right, last little bit. I am going to put that little tie in. I think that'll be cute. You guys have the best ideas. All right, backing up again, and we'll go forward. That just kind of locks it in place here. All right, and that's all there is to it. Let's get it off the machine. Grab my scissors here. Okay, so this would have been another opportunity to I just did what thread was in my machine, but you could change the color of your thread and have some really cute top stitching here. All right, the last thing I'm going to do is just snip these ends. And here's what it looks like on the other side, and I'm going to snip those ends as well. It just is just like a little perforated little piece there. So if you want, if you don't like this, you could put like another piece of paper like in here and glue it in. I know there are some greeting cards that have like a glued in second piece, but you could just leave it. I think it's actually kind of a nice touch just leaving it. But then it's like you still have like a whole pretty area to write. So this is just adorable. I'm gonna add that little tie. So let's see, let's use one of our scraps here. Oh, Amy says that her husband is gonna make more stilettos with her. Oh, that's awesome! Yeah, I am loving these. I'm definitely looking into getting more beads and some. I won't have any more of these particular beads when they're gone, but I mean, you could just do any combo of beads. I do like that flat bead in the middle, though. That just, I mean, that's the best. I do like that for a stiletto. But, oh, that's awesome. All right, I think I'm going to do a little pink. Should I do pink or green? Pink was calling to me, so I think I better just do pink. All right, I have, this is what we were using for, to pull from. I have 4 strands in there. Let's just keep the 4 strands. Let's see. So I haven't actually used a hand needle through here. What I'm attempting to do is put a tie like right in the middle. I'm eyeballing it like right in the middle of a cute tie. Actually, it'll be going down and up, not in the same hole. So they'll be next to each other. Let's see, can I do that with 4? What I might do is split this into 2. Oh, let's just see if I can split it. So I was trying to split something like this today, and it's the worst. I so like pulling strands one at a time now. I hate doing it like this. But I just wanted to see, yeah, I hate doing it like that. I'm just trying to convince myself that, yep, I still do hate that. So I'm going to actually do like the loop method almost here. I'm not really doing the loop method, but I'm doing a method where I want 4 strands in the end, but 4 strands and then folded over, or 4 strands folded over like the needle like this would get me like 8 strands that I have to pull through. So to get my 4 strands, I'm actually just doing 2, doubling that up, and then I'm only pulling 4 strands through here. All right, let's see how easy this is. I don't know if it will be. I want to leave a little bit of a space too because I don't want it to pull through. Okay, that was not hard at all. All right, not hard at all. Like beyond easy, actually. Okay, so now I'm going to come up on the other side. Ooh, that might be a challenge. I'm just going to guess on this side. It might be a challenge because I can't like run my needle. Oh, I'm pretty far off, but that's where it's going to be now. I can't like see my needle underneath like how I normally would stitch. So we're going to have that little dab of blue there, but that's fine. All right. So now I'm going to just trim that so my needle isn't dangling everywhere. And let's just tie that into a little French knot here. Oh, it's covering up that little bit. This is gonna be so cute. And then I'm gonna just snip it so it's short, like a little quilt tie. Aww, it's cute. There we go, little quilt tie. It does look like a tied quilt. It looks like we took a photo of a quilt, shrunk it down, and stuck it on here. Okay, that was a really cute touch. So thanks. I think it was Christy. Thanks for that suggestion. But there we go. So that is our first little embroidered card. Oh, I love it. Okay, I want to do more. So we got kind of a set going here. I do like the snail for snail mail. I think that's cute. So again, this one I did right straight from the bundle. I was able to get a chunk out of there. These ones, because I wanted that bigger border, I traced the design onto a different piece of fabric, but it works either way here. So that's kind of fun. All right, let's do another one. Oh, Gretchen says you better get some more cards for us. I love this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Like, I like these brown craft paper cards. Um, yeah, like I said, I think we have a few left. So I think we have like around maybe 15 or so left, so that's good. So you guys here, because you're watching it live, you'll, if you did want these blank cards, they're probably still available for you. But if we put them in the newsletter and stuff again, then they'll probably be gone. So now's a good time to grab them. But oh my god, that tie in the middle just was like the best little touch for this. I love it. Okay, so let's do another one. We could grab from here yet. Obviously, I probably can't grab ones that were really close to what I did there. I'm tempted to do Satin Stitch on, like, ooh, what if we did like a Satin Stitch little radish here, or it could be like a beet. It could be whatever you want, I suppose. Not sure. Oh yes, you can use with the winter versions of these. I know we did the winter versions of these. A snowman would be super cute. Oh yes, so Amy says, oh, emoticons, they're totally like emoticons. Amy says that we can use the Christmas emoticons, the Christmas or winter versions of these that we did in December. You could use those for like holiday cards. That's a great idea. I mean, this would be great for like just a St. Patrick's Day card. Just do the 4-leaf clover there. Oh, Patty says the bird. That would be fun. That would be fun. Should we do the bird? We can fill him with in color. Yeah, let's do Satin Stitch on the bird. That'd be kind of fun. Okay, let's see. So Satin Stitch is where we fill in the design. I don't have the instructions for that here, but I'll show you right now. So right now we have it pink. But I kind of want to make a robin. We kind of have the colors here to make a robin, and I'm just starting to see robins. So we could do like the like an orange, the orange like breast of it, and then we could do like brown for the rest. Then maybe we just kind of outline the wing a little bit, maybe. Let's think about that. I'm going to draw a little just like tummy on him, and that'll be the orange. So I don't think I'll put an outline on the outside. All right, I'm coming up with a plan here, you guys. I'm going to come right down here again too so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to satin stitch this little birdie. And we'll make him into like a little robin for another one of these little cards. So I'm just adding a little, the breast for him. So let's fill it up in with orange. Let's fill the rest of him in with brown. And I think I'll fill in the wing with brown too, but we'll leave a little area to maybe backstitch this line of the wing in. And then let's satin stitch the tail in as well. So I think the legs I'll keep brown, and this nose we can keep orange. We'll do orange maybe. Then I don't know, maybe we'll do a blue eye with the blue little outline of the wing. We'll see. So all right, let's grab some floss here. Is this still the orange? Okay, yeah. All right. Let's see. We could get real fancy and do just one strand. Nah, we're doing 2 strands. I was thinking, oh, we could just do like 1 strand of thread for satin stitch, because it's really pretty when you do just 1 strand. I mean, that's where you can get really delicate work going. But then I can't do the loop method. So I'm going to do the loop method. And actually, let's get this guy in a hoop here. So we'll get him started tonight. We might finish him, but oh, here, let me see. There's a comment here. Hold on. You could cut out a different color piece. Oh, a fabric, say a pink, maybe a ½ an inch large, and put it underneath the embroidery, like a little frame. Oh, that'd be cute. So we could, maybe we do that for the next one, since we probably won't be sewing this on tonight. But you could do more with this, right? So we could put like a little, we could do like a little bigger, colorful piece of fabric behind this piece of fabric, so we have kind of like layers of fabric. That would be kind of cute. You could even do felt or something too. So yeah, we have options for sure. Needle, I know right where to find it. There we are. Oh, thanks, Ju. I am still Ju saying she likes my nails, so I'm still actively slow motion recycling my my nail polish. For Satin Stitch, I can actually do my loop method from the front. We're not going to do that. I think I'm going to start on his belly right here. And I'm going to kind of go at an angle, kind of like an almond shape a little bit. Yeah, so I'm trying not to buy any new nail polish until I use up what I have. So, and it's just stuff that I've had around for ages and ages. So the colors are going to get weirder and weirder here. But I since I've decided to actively go through it all, oops, got a big loopy knot here. Since I've decided to go through it all, I've actually used up a few jars already. So. Feeling good about that. I could just throw away the horrible colors and buy pretty colors. That would be a way to do it. But, just gonna use up the old crappy ones. Oh, wow! Noeline says, I was gifted a beautiful card with free motion quilting and fabric, cotton reels. I'll post a pic on Crafters page. Oh, awesome. Yes, I'd love to see if you've received or made some fabric cards like this. I'd love to see. All right, so for Satin Stitch, I guess I was going to tell you guys how to do it, but I forgot. So Satin Stitch is basically filling in a small space. If you have to fill in a large space with color, there's probably some better ways to do that, like a short and long stitch. But for small little spaces like this, Satin Stitch can work really nice, and it gives like a satin, like a shiny look, because all your stitches are going in the same direction basically. So I'm always starting on one side and going to the other. I'm not like doing the ladder method. I'm not going up and down and down and up and up and down and down and up. I'm always, like in my case here, I'm always starting from the bottom and going up, which means I gotta go all the way back down for the next stitch. But that's what makes it lay flatter. And if you're gonna go right next to your last stitch, then you're only holding that stitch in with a tiny, like one strand from the fabric here, and that could poke a hole through your fabric eventually and pull the stitches out. Alright, so I think this little feller's belly is done. That was quick and easy. Look how fun he's going to be filled in, though. He's like three-dimensional now, too. It feels like the stitch just makes like a really fat, tall, squishy stitch. Oh, Amy is wondering if people noticed the birds on the shirt collar. Remember when we did the holiday or the winter themed ones? I had a little black cap chickadee and a cardinal little birds like this, and I stitched them onto the collar of a shirt. And I don't actually wear that shirt too often, and I don't actually go anywhere anymore. So no one has noticed. No one has noticed. Oh, Jenna might have noticed the shirt. I don't wear it very often, just because I don't know. I don't wear button-up shirts very often, and I don't see anybody anymore. But I think she did notice when I wore it to the office once. That's about it. But she's the only person I would see too. But that turned out so cute, I think, putting like little birds this big just on a shirt collar. All right, I'm pulling put a piece of this brown now. So the brown is pretty close. This is going to be like it's still these springtimey colors, so it's not going to be like exactly the colors of a robin. Like, his belly would have been maybe a bit brighter, and this brown would have been maybe a bit darker, a bit grayer. But we're keeping with our same kind of color theme. I think it'll be cute. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, so I'm going to satin stitch a whole bunch of things here. Oh, shoot. I should have done his little nose while I was at it. Maybe I'll make the nose blue. Just because I already took this orange off. Maybe we'll just give him a little blue nose and a blue outline here and a little blue eye. I think we're going to do that instead. So I don't have to put more yellow on, or the orange on. So for the brown here, I'm going to stitch this upper part of the body, like his head, as one object. I'm going to do like this underneath the wing as an object, the tail as an object, and the wing as an object. And I'm actually going to leave a little bit of a space. It's not going to be perfect, but my stitches will go over it later and it'll look a little bit nicer. But I think I'm going to treat these all as separate kind of little deals here. And I think I'm going to start with the wing, and I'm going to have it kind of go the direction of his back, which is kind of the same direction I used for the belly here. You can go in any direction you want. Like, I could go perpendicular to the belly here, but I think I'm going to just try and keep everything the same direction as this belly. Then he'll be like shiny in the same direction. So I'm going to start right on the edge here. I got to remember to like leave that little line, so I'm going to just go on the inside of the line. I could go right on that line and then just stitch over it too, but it's a good reminder for me oh yeah, I'm going to stitch more there later. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll have to wear it to my mom's, my bird collar shirt and see if she sees it. Yeah, for sure before the winter holidays we'll have to bring back those designs, or maybe do more winter designs, and we'll have to do more of these cards for sure, because this was just a fun thing. We'll have to do that in like October or something, so we can have all the cards done and ready to send out for the holidays. Oh, I like his wing already. So sweet. So I'm going from one side of this shape to the other side and just repeating that over and over again. I am trying to keep it straight the whole time. Like, I can kind of see that my top line is kind of going down, like the top's getting wider and the bottom's getting narrow. So I'm just going to make a little bit wider stitch at the bottom and a little bit narrower stitch at the top. So it kind of balances it out. There we go. Now it looks all straight again. So you can kind of just keep like looking at the hole from far away and then looking back close up again and make those little adjustments as you go. So if you do veer off kind of crooked, you can bring it back. So I don't think we'll quite totally finish this tonight. It looks like. All right, I'm going to start here now and do the head. I'm going to go right over the eye, so I'll have to find the eye later. But that's okay. I think I can do that. I gotta remember to get his feet too. So since I'm kind of using up all of the little areas of this piece here, my iron-on piece, I feel like I did. I got like some weird knots going on in here, but whatever. It'll be fine. No one's gonna see the back because it'll be glued onto a card. It was just feeling a little funny back there. But yeah, so for the next few days, I'll stitch a few just by tracing them. Because I know some of you guys just got the PDF pattern or just got the printed pattern. So for that, I'll show you how I just traced the designs too. I don't want to use up all the cards, so I might only make like one more card, but man, I don't know, maybe we can make like a little needle minder, or not needle minder, a little needle book, something like, I feel like this would be cute for other tiny little things. Oh, nope, I did not do the away knot this time. I'm just using 2 strands of thread, so for this I did the loop method. I've been doing the loop method lately when I am using, it only works on an even amount of floss. So I've been doing that for like these little delicate ones where I'm using less floss. So nope, I've been using the loop method on these, and it's so easy. It's faster than the away knot, and it's just really fun to do. But again, I typically, my normal way would be to use the away knot for sure. And I still do use that whenever I'm using 3 strands of floss. But nope, tonight we are doing the little loop method. And when I get another piece of thread going here, I'll show you how that works again. This is looking so cute, but I'm definitely not going to have enough of this brown for the rest of his body here. I think I might just jump down and get his little feet before I forget, because I know I'm going to forget those. I might have enough for the tail. Yeah, I might have enough for his tail, but I'm not going to have enough for his like butt here. So I'll definitely have to get more thread, but let's try and do his tail here. I'm going to try and keep it the same angle, so I don't think I'm going to get all the way to the bottom on that first swoop. I think he's looking like a little robin. Ooh, a bookmark. That would be a cute idea too. Oh, yellow for the... Yeah, I mean, I could do... Oh, I don't have any yellow out here for this project. I just have the blue. I might use the blue just to add more blue to the piece, even though I know like his beak isn't really blue. That's cute. I think I'll add one more little tiny stitch at the end. Gosh, I wonder if I have enough thread for the rest of this. Oh, I wonder if I should just... I'm going to do what I can. Let's get as much filled in here as I can with this piece of thread, but I still suspect I'm going to need like more for like 4 stitches or something stupid. Satin Stitch does use a lot of thread because you do have to go back to the bottom each time. Or back to like your first edge. I'm getting a little twisted here. Let it dangle for a sec. Oh, I really want to get it all with this thread. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. I'm leaving that little gap again because that's where I'm going to put the wing. Gosh, we might actually still even get him done tonight. That'd be pretty cool. Gosh, these little guys go quickly. Oh, thanks, Marie. Marie says the bird's looking so cute. Alright, I'm going for it. We're going to get all this with just this amount of thread left. I think we can do it. And I feel like I should do more teeny tiny guys like this just in Satin Stitch. This is fast even though it's like Satin Stitch, which usually takes a long time because you're filling in a whole space. Alright, I think one more stitch, maybe 2 will do it. I think that's all we need. He's cute. Alright, let's weave in that end. Yeah, I have a big weird loopy thing here, but oh well. Maybe I'll try and grab it when I weave in the end here. And then I'll just get that blue quick. Oh, totally had enough thread. And we'll do a little back stitch quickly. I think for the wing, we'll do his little nose or his beak. With like, that'll take like 3 stitches. Probably not any more than that. And his little eyeball. Easy peasy. So I've obviously covered up the eyeball, so I'm gonna have to kind of look at the printout, and I could kind of just move some stitches and kind of peek where that is too. Okay, the loop method. Just again, I've taken a piece of thread that's twice as long that I need, and I've only pulled 1 piece of thread from those strands, and I'm bringing the ends together so that they meet, and those ends are what I'm putting through my needle. This one's pretty fuzzy. I should cut it off, but maybe I can get it. There we go, got it. So that is our 2 ends, and on this side is just like our fold, which kind of forms a loop. So for the loop method, I'm just basically starting my stitch, and this is going to be a back stitch here. Hopefully these back stitches are fat enough. Maybe I should have gone a little closer to the line. But I'm doing just a normal back stitch, but as I pull it through to the back, that loop is going to come down here, and I'm going to just put my needle right in that loop and pull tight. And that's the loop method, and we're just kind of ready to continue again. Just easy peasy, done. But it only works with an even amount of thread. People say you can do it with an odd amount of thread, but I have not figured that out yet. I think with an odd amount, it might be a little bit different thing. Yep, it was a floss chicken win. we had just enough of that brown. Yeah, he's looking extra poofy because we divided up that brown into sections, and I'm kind of making, like, we made this little channel in the middle for this wing, which is kind of cute. I think this is kind of working. I think it's kind of sweet. Alright, we are almost done here. Let's get, I guess I'm going to do his beak, and I guess that'll do it. I'm not going to do it the same angle as the rest. I'm just going to do it with 3 stitches. I'm starting 1 at the point, and then just 1 on one side a little further in. And then we'll do 1 at the other side too. That'll kind of get that triangle. Cute. Alright, let's try and kind of find his eye. I think I'm just going to try and get it right in the middle of his head there. I think about right. Oops, jeez. My hand got caught in the floss there. Alright, let's do a little French knot. I'm just going to go in the, like, kind of next to that stitch there. Yep, I think that'll work. He's funny. Okay, those French knots for eyes are so silly, but I think it added just a ton of character to him. Funny. All right, let's weave in the end here, and I am calling this little feller done. So I think maybe I will find another little piece of scrap fabric. Ooh, okay, I'm just pulling this from my bin here. I have, this was hiding just in my bin. This might be big enough. We could do a little strawberry. Or we have like some gray from the bunny still too. That might be nice. We could cut out a piece of this and then put our little bird on top maybe. I don't know. We'll experiment a little bit with that, I think. But I'd like the idea of a little backing piece of fabric. I think I went through 3 times. I can't remember. Alright, so there he is. He's just so silly and awkward, but like, you know, he is got some depth to him just because of that satin stitch, but ugh, he's just so little. I want to take him out of here. He's just so silly. It would be cute, like, on the bottom of a card, I'm thinking too. Like, he's just like hopping along on the bottom of a card down here or something. Would be just kind of silly and sweet too. But yeah, I think we'll maybe cut them out in a circle, and then maybe we'll have like a piece of, like, another circle behind him or something. But he's looking awfully sweet. I mean, he's little. He's as big as a thumbnail, really. But what a perfect size just for a little bit of satin stitch. I mean, really, that was fun filling him in like that. All right, you guys. Okay, so that was really fun. Here is our that first greeting card that we did the little quilt tie in. I just love how that turned out. That quilt tie was such a cute idea. So thanks again. That was a cute idea. Again, I think it was Christy that came up with that idea tonight, but love it. It really makes it feel like a little quilt block on there. And then our little itty bitty baby bird. So small. I really like him though. I want to just do more of these guys with satin stitch. I think that would be fun. So tomorrow we'll just pick a few more, but I think we'll trace them now instead. We'll trace them onto a separate piece of fabric. Then we can have a larger kind of border around, or we could just pick and choose and rearrange our own set by tracing them as well, instead of just like picking a group of 4 that already was was on there. So yeah, I kind of like, maybe we'll do a grouping of 2. I'm kind of liking the little groupings. But yeah, so thanks again, you guys. This was really fun. I do have those cards available yet on the website, just a few more. So if you did want to give that a try, like we did tonight, it sews through the machine so easily. And it comes in a set of 2 cards with 2 envelopes, so they're ready to send as well to people. So, all right, you guys, we will continue this for the rest of the week. We've already done a ton, and it's just Tuesday, so we'll play some more. All right, have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.